You can find a lesson worksheet for this lesson and many other lessons by joining my Patreon or joining this channel as a member. Let's start the lesson. Okay, I ask you to follow me here or here, for example. But when you follow someone in real life, that's not fun. The extreme version is called to stalk someone. Pronunciation, you don't pronounce the L. Stalk. It's like walk. You don't pronounce that L. In a sentence, she is stalking him. She follows him. She wants to know everything about his life. She is obsessed. Where is he going? What is he doing? What's he eating? Who's he eating that with? But weirdly, we use this word in also a joking way. You know when you're on Instagram, oh my God, are you looking at his Instagram again? No. Stop stalking him, it's weird. What? I'm just liking some of his beach photos because he's not wearing a shirt. So yeah, we can use this in a more casual, jokey way, like you're always looking at someone's Instagram or you're always checking what someone's doing. And we also use the word to creep. Huh. Becky just liked like 20 of my Instagram photos. Oh, they're all shirtless. Okay. Yeah, Becky's creeping on me. If you use this verb, you need the preposition on. She is creeping on him. To creep on someone that has a more playful, casual feeling than stalk. Again, just be careful, be clear which context you mean. Is it that obsession thing that no one wants, or is it something more playful like this? Don't worry, I'll send her a message. Hi Becky, were you creeping on my Instagram? Because I kinda liked it. You see, it all depends on the context. Okay, these next three, they all have similar meanings. So, for example, someone does something bad to you. Usually, if you are like me, you want something bad to happen to that person in return. Of course, we're talking about revenge. For example, if you are in a relationship and the other person kisses someone else, the phrasal verb is to cheat on. So if this person cheats on you, you can get revenge, and we will change the word revenge with a phrasal verb. The phrasal verb is to get back at someone. Again, that replaces revenge, to get revenge. So for example, he got back at his ex by the reason, what he did, putting hair removal cream in her shampoo. It's genius. That's not what happened here, by the way. I heard it as it came out my mouth. It's not related. Okay, now this phrasal verb, if you get back at someone, this means that you take revenge yourself. You do something in return to the person who did something bad. Let me know how you have got back at someone in the comments, either you or someone else. I want to hear your stories. How have you been creative in your revenge? But these next two expressions, they describe life getting revenge for you. Think karma. Just to note, there is one variation of get back at someone. For example, if you want to tell someone, I will get revenge on you, you could say, I'll get back at you. You could, but more commonly, we would say this. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back. In other words, I'm gonna get revenge on you. Yes, you are right. This same sentence could also mean I'm gonna get back together as a couple with you, but look at the context. Look at her face. She's shouting. She's angry. Of course, she doesn't mean we're gonna get our relationship back. She's angry. She wants revenge. But her friend Maria, she doesn't want any trouble here. Maria tells her, don't worry, you don't have to do anything because I believe in karma and life will get revenge on him. So you don't do anything, just wait. Don't worry. He'll get his. This is a fixed expression. Obviously, you can change the pronouns. She'll get hers, they'll get theirs, whatever you want. The other expression is this. What goes around, comes around. Which one is more common? Neither of them. They're both fine. Okay, so how do we talk about your feelings towards the other person when your relationship goes bad? Maybe you stop being friends, maybe you stop being together as a couple. How do you discuss your feelings towards that person? You know when you feel like about someone. Just hearing their name makes you feel like So maybe they did something personally to you that made you angry. Maybe they're just an idiot in general. Either way, they make you do this face. The adjective to describe the way you feel at someone is this. Salty. Yeah, usually it's because you are annoyed at them because they did something bad to you. But yes, it could extend to, well, they're just an idiot in general. As a sentence, yeah, I know I'm salty with him. Don't invite him to your parties anymore. He's an idiot. Okay, when you break up with someone, usually you feel bad. And it takes time for those bad feelings to disappear, to fade. This process has a phrasal verb. To get over someone. So this, again, it describes the process of losing your bad feelings after a breakup, after something bad happened and you have bad feelings about someone or about your relationship. And we can use this in different ways. For example, someone wants a relationship with you, but you still have feelings for your ex. So those feelings, they haven't faded yet. They haven't disappeared yet. They are disappearing, so you're in that process. How do we say that? I'm sorry, I can't be with you because I'm still getting over my ex. You see, we used the continuous form. I'm getting over my ex. It means I still have feelings. Yeah, they're disappearing, but I'm not ready. But how do we say, nah, it's finished. I don't have any feelings anymore. When you are finished with those feelings, we say this. For example, your friend is having a birthday party and she wants to invite your ex. Oh, is it okay if I invite your ex to the party? That's gonna be awkward. But no, she wants to say, it's fine. I have no feelings about that. Good or bad, I have no feelings. I'm okay. Meh, I'm over it. I don't care. Again, no feelings, good or bad, I am over it. Notice we didn't use get here. If you want to give the specific time, for example, I got over him ages ago. If you don't know, to say ages ago, it means a long time in the past. A long time ago. Ages ago. Meh, I got over him ages ago, I'm fine. But again, if you don't want to say a time, you just want to say, I don't care, I'm over it. A quick note is, if you say I got over him, it does sound better if you put the specific time as well. I got over him ages ago. Okay, now talking about exes and people who you had something spicy with in the past, but now you don't. Or maybe you do. Or maybe you want something again with them in the future. But anyway, this person from your past that you had some kind of romantic thing with. That person is called an old flame. For example, an ex or someone who you used to date a long time ago, but now they came back into your life. They are an old flame. For example, I'm seeing an old flame tonight. Of course, we would understand that they're probably going to have something. Something's going to happen because they used to have something. They're meeting tonight, so to describe your feelings or relationship with someone after something ends. For example, you leave a job. What's your relationship now with your ex-boss? You break up. You don't see a friend anymore. What's that relationship like? We describe this as being on good terms or being on bad terms. For example, we broke up. It took ages to get over the relationship. You already know this vocabulary. Ages, it's a long time to get over the relationship, to lose your feelings, good or bad, about that relationship. But we're on good terms. This just means, we're fine with each other. We're cool. There's no bad feelings. We're on good terms. But what if you end something in a bad way and both of you feel pretty salty at each other, maybe? For example, you leave your job in a very bad way. You're a rubbish boss. You're a rubbish worker. You can imagine that after this, they're not going to be friends. They're going to maybe be salty with each other. They're going to have bad feelings with each other. We could say this. I left my job on bad terms. Notice that here, he isn't talking about his feelings, so he didn't use the verb to be. He's describing how he left his job. I left my job on bad terms. Definitely never do this. I have done something similar. When you quit your job, don't leave on bad terms. Even if you hate your boss, you never know if you need a reference from them later. So I want to know about you. Are you on good or bad terms with your ex? If an old flame contacted you today to meet, would you go meet them? Who are you salty at? Let me know. Use your examples in the comments or in your Instagram stories. Tag me at PapaTeachMe and I'll repost the best ones. Again, you can find a worksheet for this and many other lessons by joining my Patreon or joining this channel as a member. And I'll see you in the next class.